To watch these important lessons, subscribe to DP Education's YouTube channel right now. Click on the bell icon to stay updated on the latest lessons. Sri Lanka's largest free online school, DP Education.
Hello O-level students. Today I am going to do End of Year Evaluation 2020 Department of Education Sabaragamuwa Province paper. So this is paper 1. You get 2 hours. So you already know there are 2 parts. Part A, you get 25 short questions, and part B, you get 5 long questions. So make sure that you complete part A within 1 hour and part B within 1 hour. So that means for each question in part A, spend maximum 2 minutes. And for part B questions, spend 12 minutes per question. And each question in part A worth 2 marks and each question in part B worth 10 marks. So in the first paper, part A, you get question number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then next page you get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then 12 to 16. Then question number 17 to 20. Then 21 to 23. Then you get part B long questions. Question number 1, it's about fraction question. Then you get question number 2 about area. Then question number 3, 4. And then finally question number 5, that's probability and statistics question. So let's do this paper now. Part A, answer all the questions on this paper itself. Question number 1, simplify algebraic fractions. So in this one, the denominators are different, so you have to find out the lowest common multiple. What is the lowest common multiple of 3x and x? So that's 3x. Convert both to 3x. So the first one, you don't need to do anything. You can write 1. For the second fraction, you have to multiply by 3 to get denominator 3x. So 3 times 3, 9. And denominator, you get 3x. So 9 plus 1, you get 10. 10 over 3x. So you get 2 marks for each question. Then question number 2. To finish a certain work, it needs 50 man days to be worked. What is the remaining part of the work in man days when 4 men worked for 9 days? So here, 4 men, how many days? It says 9 days. So what is the total man days here? Man days, 9 times 4, 36. To complete the whole thing, you need 50 man days. So what is the remaining man days? So you can take 50 minus 36. So you get 10, 1. So 14 man days are remaining. So you get 2 marks for that question. Question number 3. Following Venn diagram shows the information obtained from the members of a sports club about their willingness for volleyball and football games. Describe the shaded region in words. So this shaded part is outside volleyball circle. That means those who are not playing volleyball. And here it's inside the football circle. So how we can write down? You can write down members who are playing only football, because this is outside the volleyball circle. So members who are playing only football. So you have to use this word, only football. That's the shaded part. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 4. It's an inequality. 2x minus 1 is less than or equal to 3. Solve the inequality and write all positive integer solutions of it. So first we'll try to solve this. 2x minus 1 is less than or equal to 3. Take minus 1 to the other side. So 2x is less than or equal to minus 1 becomes plus 1 when you take it to the other side. 3 plus 1, you get 4. Now divide both sides by 2. What you get? X is less than or equal to 4 divided by 2 is 2. Then write all positive integer solutions of it. So when you take the number line, this is 2. 2 is included. So draw a solid circle on top of 2 and this is less than side. So less than side means all the values to the left you can consider. But you need only the positive integers. So you can write x can be 2 and 1. Can you write 0? 0 is not a positive integer. So only you can write 1 and 2. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 5. In the diagram, AC is equal to BC. If ACD is equal to 130 degrees, find the value of ABC. That's x. Now, according to this one, this is an isosceles triangle. This length is equal to this length. That means this is also x. Then what can you say about this exterior angle? Exterior angle is equal to sum of opposite interior angles. So you can write x and x. That means 2x equals 130. Then divide both sides by 2 to get the x value. X becomes 130 divided by 2. That's 65 degrees. So that's A, B, C angle. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 6. Express in the logarithmic form 2 to the power minus 3 is equal to 0.125. So 2 is the base. So how you write down this one in logarithmic form? Log 2 base and the number 0.125 becomes minus 3. So you get 2 marks. Question number 7. Find the time to fill 720 liters of an empty tank with water by a tube in which water is flowing at the rate of 40 liters per minute. So 40 liters per minute. So you are asked to find the time. So 40 liters to fill, it takes 1 minute. To fill the whole tank, it's 720 liters you need. So what is the time taken to fill 720 liters? So you take 1 divided by 40 times 720. And the answer is in minutes. 0 get cancelled out. 72 divided by 4. 4 times 1, 4. 32 is 18. So 18 minutes it takes to fill the whole tank. So that's 2 marks. Question number 8. Find the factors of 100 minus x squared. So 100 you can write as a square term. 10 squared. So 10 squared is equal to x squared. What we can apply? Difference between two square terms. A squared minus b squared you can write as a plus b and a minus b as factors. So you can apply that part. So here 10 plus x is one factor and 10 minus x is the other factor. So remember that this is difference between two square terms. So 2 marks for writing these factors. Question number 9. ABCD is a parallelogram. Find the value of BCD. BCD is this angle. What can you say about this angle? Now look at ADE triangle, right angle triangle. This is 35. Sum of angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. So if this is 90 and this is 35, this angle becomes 90 minus 35. So when you subtract, what you get? 55 degrees. If this is 55, what can you say about this angle? Opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. So if this is 55, you can straight away write down BCD. BCD angle is also 55. So the theory part is opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. So you get 2 marks. Question number 10. Two matrices are given. So you are asked to multiply AB. What is the condition for multiplication? Number of columns in the first one should be equal to the number of rows of the second one. So first one is 1 row and 2 columns, 1 by 2. What about the second one? 2 rows and 2 columns, 2 by 2. Now check whether you can multiply. Yes, we can multiply because the number of columns in the first one is equal to number of rows in the second one. Then what is the remaining one? You get 1 by 2 matrix. 1 by 2 means 1 row and 2 columns. You get 2 values. How we find out the first value? This is first row, first column value. So you multiply first row with first column value. 3 times 2, that's 6. If you can't do it at once, better to write down. 3 times 2 is 6. Plus minus 1 times 1. So 3 times 2 is 6. 6 minus 1, you get 5 here. Then what about this one? This is first row, second column value. First row, second column value means first row with second column. Then you have to multiply 3 times 1 and then minus 1 times 3. 3 and minus 3, you get 0. So here the value is 0. So you get 1 by 2 matrix, that's 5 and 0. So you get 2 marks for that. You get 2 marks for that. Question number 11. Showing in the given figure, there is a semicircular sector upon one side of an equilateral triangle. Find the perimeter of the composite figure. So that means you have to find out outer length. To do that, you need to find out this arc length. So this is 14. If this is an equilateral triangle, this is 14. So that means the diameter of the semicircle is 14. So what is the arc length here? So semicircle with diameter 14. So you can write half of 2 pi r. 2 pi you can take as 22/7 and radius is half of this. 14 divided by 2 is 7. So that's the arc length. Then to find out the perimeter, you have to add this 14 and this 14. Don't at the inside length, because perimeter means we are only taking the outer length. So 14 and 14. Now simplify this part. 2 and 2 get cancelled out. 7 and 7 cancel out. And 14 and 14, 28 plus 22, you get 10 and 5, 50 centimeters. Yeah, 50 centimeters for this answer. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 12. The assessed annual value of a shop building is 60,000 rupees. 2,250 was paid as rates for a quarter for it. What is the percentage of rates charged by that total government authority? So, quarter value is 2,250. What is the annual rates? Annual rates, you have to multiply the quarter value by 4. Because 4 quarters is 1 year. 2,250 times 4. So what's the value? 4 times 0, 4 times 5, 20, 4 times 2, 8, plus 2, 10, 1 remaining. 4 times 2, 8 times, 4 times 2, 8, plus 1, 9. 9,000 is the annual rate. So how you find out the percentage rates? Percentage rates is rates you are paying annually, that's 9,000, divide by the assessed value. Assessed value is 60,000 rupees, and as a percentage, you need to multiply by 100%. 3 zeros get cancelled out and 1 0 here. 3 times 2, 3 times 3, and 2 times here 5. So 5 times 3, you get 15% as the percentage rates. So 2 marks for that. Question number 13. Fill in the blanks with suitable geometrical terms. The line joining the midpoints of 2 sides of a triangle is, and you get a blank, to the remaining side. And it is equal to, and you have to fill another blank of the length of the remaining side. So what is this? This is about midpoint theorem. What is midpoint theorem? When you join 2 midpoints, that line is parallel to the remaining side, the third side. So what is the word we have to fill? The line joining the midpoints of 2 sides of a triangle is parallel. Parallel to the remaining side, and it is equal to the of the length of the remaining side. Half of it. Now, if it's 2x, this length is 2x. What is this length? Half of it. So, this becomes x. So, you have to write, and it is equal to, here you don't need the word, equal to half of the length of the remaining side. So that's what we have to fill. So 2 words. So you get each blank 1 mark. 1 mark for this word and 1 mark for this. Question number 14. Find the common ratio of the geometric progression in which the first term is 2 and the fourth term is 54. So, first term is 2. Fourth term, that means T4 is equal to 54. How can you write down the fourth term in terms of first term and the common ratio? You can write AR to the power 4 minus 1, that's 3. So, A equals 2. R cube is equal to 54. 54 divided by 2? 27 is r cube. So what is r? To find r, you have to take the cube root of 27. What is cube root of 27? That's 3. So 3 is the common ratio. So they are asking find the common ratio of this one. So 3. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 15. AB is a chord of the circle in which the center is O. Midpoint of AB is T. According to the data shown on the diagram, mark the correct mark if the expression in the table is correct and the cross sign if it is wrong. ATO. ATO is 90 degrees. Is that correct? Yes, it is correct because we know when you connect the center and the midpoint of the chord, it is perpendicular to the chord. So we know that this is 90 degrees. So ATO angle is 90. That's correct. What is AOT? AOT angle and BOT angle are equal. What do you think about that? So you have to connect these two. We can see that this length is equal to this length and these two are congruent triangles. ATO and OTB, we can see those are congruent triangles. Because of that, AOT angle is equal to BOT. So that's also correct. So you get 2 marks if you put both correct. If one is wrong, you get 1 mark. Question number 16. Write the equation of the straight line PQ shown on the diagram. So what is the gradient of that line? So we can see it passes through 0, 0 point and this point is 4, 2 point. So first we'll find out the gradient. Difference between y coordinates over difference between x coordinates. So you get 2 over 4 or when you simplify, you get half. Then the y-intercept where it cuts the y-axis is 0. So what is the y-intercept? That's 0. So what is the equation of the straight line? Y equals mx plus c form. M is half. So half x plus 0. So you don't have to write down 0 there. So what is the equation? Y equals half x. So 2 marks for that. Question number 17. Triangles ABC and PQR are congruent. According to the data shown on the diagram, state the case of congruency. So if this is 25, we'll find out this angle. 5. 65 is here. If this is 65, this should be 25 then. Now let's see. This is a right angle triangle. Both are right angle triangles. This length, AB length is equal to PQ. And we can see only one length. So we have to take 2 angles. Either you can take the right angle triangle, ABC angle, that's 90 degrees, is QPR angle, that's 90 degrees. And then you can see BAC angle. BAC angle is equal to PQR. That's 65 degrees. So 2 angles and one length. So what is the congruency case? Angle, angle, side. What is the equal side for the side BC? BC is opposite to 65 degrees. So what is the corresponding length? Opposite to 65, that's PR. So BC should be equal to PR. So you will get 1 mark for the case and 1 mark for writing this answer. So 2 marks for the whole question. Question number 18. What is the probability of having an odd number when a fair cube-shaped die in which numbers from 1 to 6 are marked is tossed once? So what are the possibilities? You can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then out of those numbers, what are the odd numbers? So 6 numbers are there. Odd numbers are 1, 3, 5. 3 numbers are odd. So what is the probability of getting an odd number? That means 3 possibilities are there out of 6. 3 over 6 you can write as 1 over 2. So 2 marks you are getting. Question number 19. A, B, C, D are 4 points on the circle in which the center is O. According to the given data, find the values of X and Y. What can you say about this angle and this angle? This is the center. So angle subtended at the center is double as the angle subtended on the circumference. So this is the angle subtended on the circumference. And this angle is angle subtended at the center. So what can you say? This should be double. So X is 70 times 2. That's 140 degrees. Then what about Y angle? What is the other theory point? A, B, C, D is a cyclic quadrilateral. Opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral adds up to 180. So if this is 70, so what is Y? Y becomes 180 minus 70. You get 110 degrees. So you need to know the circle theorems. Angle subtended at the center is double as the angle subtended on the circumference, and the sum of opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral is 180. So you get 2 marks, 1 mark for finding X and 1 mark for finding Y value. Question number 20. Solve. So let's first take 5 to the other side. When you take 5 to the other side, what happens? 5 becomes negative 5. So 2 minus 5. 2 minus 5 becomes minus 3. Then what can you do? You can cross multiply. This is like 1. So cross multiply the 2 terms. So you get minus 6 times 1 is minus 6. X times minus 3 is minus 3x. So when you divide both sides by minus 3, what happens? So you get X equals minus divide by minus. It becomes positive. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So positive 2. So you get X equals 2. So 2 marks for that. Question number 21. AP and BQ are 2 houses. And P and Q are 2 windows. P and Q are 2 windows. According to the data marked on the diagram, name the angle of depression of A of A. So here looking down when observed from Q. So they are asking this angle, because angle of depression we always measure from the horizontal line. So we need to find out that angle. Find the magnitude of it. So how you can find out that? Look at carefully and see. If this is 25 and we know this is 90-degree angle, this is parallel to the vertical one. These two lines are parallel and this is a vertical line. This is 90. If this is 25, what is this angle? 90 minus 25. 65 degrees. And then if this is 65, you can find out this angle as 90 minus 65. So 90 minus 65 is, this is 25. Or straight away, you don't have to find out this one. Can you see these two lines are parallel? Alternate angles are equal. So straight away, you can write this is 25. Now, the required angle is this and this. So addition of these two. So 25 plus 20. So you get 45 degrees is the angle of depression of A from Q. So 2 marks for that. Question number 22. The histogram given here represents the information about the number of hours spent for studying at home by a group of students. Accordingly, complete the blanks of the given table. 0 to 2 is already given, that's 4. Then 2 to 4. So what is the number? Number of students is 5. So you can write 2 to 4 is 5. Then 4 to 8. 4 to 8 is double of this part. So here 4 to 6, 1 part, and 6 to 8, 1 part. So 4 to 6 is 3, 6 to 8 is 3. So what is the total? 4 to 8 is 3 plus 3, you get 6. So you have to fill 6 there. So that's 2 marks, 1 mark for one blank and the other mark for the other. Question number 23. PQRs are points on the circle in which the center is O. Find the value of X. What can you say about this angle PSR? If O is the center, PR is the diameter. We know that semicircular angles are 90 degrees. So this is 90 degrees. If this is 90, what is this angle? This angle is 90 minus 20. That's 70 degrees. Then what they ask, find the value of X. Then you have to use the theorem. Same segment angles are equal. This angle and this angle are same segment angles. So what is X? X is 70 degrees. So 2 marks for that. Question number 24. The area of the cross-section of a right solid prism is 240 square centimeters. If the height of it is 15 centimeters, find the volume of the prism. So we don't know the shape of the cross-section. So let's take this is 240 square centimeters. And a prism means you get the same cross-section. So what is the height of this is 15 centimeters. So volume is cross-sectional area into height or length. So cross-section is 240, that's in square centimeters, and height also in centimeters. So when you multiply, you get the volume in cubic centimeters. So let's multiply. 240 multiplied by 15, we'll multiply it with 10 and 5. 5 times 0, 0, 5 times 4, 22 remaining, 5 times 2, 10 plus 2, 12. So when you add it, you get 3,600. So 3,600 cubic centimeters is the volume of this prism. So 2 marks for that. So you get 2 marks for that. Let's do the last question of part A. ABCD is a rectangular lamina. ABCD. A small hole P is to be made there with a 7 centimeter distance from AB edge and 10 centimeter distance from point D. 10 centimeter distance from point D. Show by rough sketch on this diagram how to locate the point P. So this is already done. The first part, 7 centimeters away from AB. So that's a parallel line drawn along this one parallel to AB. That's there. So the hole should be on that line. And the other condition is it's how many centimeters? 10 centimeters from D. So what you have to do, you have to draw a circle with center D. So the radius of the circle is 10 centimeters. Here we can see this whole thing is 10. So that means this is also 10. So when you draw the arc, this should be, now this is something like this. You don't have to draw the full circle because the hole should be inside this rectangular part. So this is 10 centimeters and this is 10 centimeters. Now where is the hole? Intersecting point of this arc and the dotted line here. So this is P. So you have to mark the P point there. Draw the arc. You get 1 mark for that and 1 mark for marking the P value. So we completed all 25 questions in part A. Make sure that you spend maximum 2 minutes per question. Let's do part B now. So let's do part B. Answer all the questions on this paper itself. So spaces are given. Make sure that you write all the answers in the spaces provided. Question number 1. It's about fractions. So let's do that. Raja spends a certain portion of the annual profit of his business for welfare activities. 1/3 of it is to be spent for religious activities and 1/4 is for developing the education facilities of the area. He intends to donate 2/5 of the remainder to volunteer organizations in the area. What fraction of the total amount is pending for religious and educational activities? So 1/3 is for religious activity and 1/4 is for developing educational facilities. So you have to find the total. Denominators are different. So how you find out the lowest common multiple of 3 and 4? So that means 3 multiplied by 4, that's 12. Convert this to 12, that means multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 4. This one you have to multiply by 3. Then what you get? You get 4 plus 3. That's 7/12 parts for both of these. So how many marks for that part? So you are getting 7/12, 2 marks. The next one. What fraction of the whole amount is separated for volunteer organization? It says 2/5 of the remainder. 2/5 of the remainder. 7/12 is used. So what is the remaining amount? Remaining part is 1 minus 7/12. So that means 1 you can write 12/12 minus 7/12. That's 5/12. Then from the remaining you spend 2/5. 2/5 of that. So for the volunteer part is 2/5 of this remaining part. So 5 get cancelled out. 2 times 1, 2 times 6. So that means 1/6 parts used for volunteer organization. So how many marks for that part? You are getting 1 mark for finding the remaining amount, and then taking 2/5 of that, you get 2 marks. Then if 30,000 rupees is remaining after separating for religious and educational activities and volunteer organizations, what is the total amount of money separated for all welfare activities? So what is the remaining amount? So here, first 2 parts, 7/12. That's for first 2 parts. Religious activities and developing the educational facilities. And we found 1/6 for volunteer work. So when you take the total of all, you get, here 12 is the lowest common multiple. This is 7, and you have to multiply this by 2 to get 12. So 2 here, so 9/12 parts. And 30,000 rupees is remaining. So what is the remaining part? Remaining part is 1 minus 9/12. So 12 minus 9, 3/12, or you can simplify and write 1/4 is remaining. 1/4 is 30,000. That's the remaining part. And they're asking what is the total amount of money separated for all welfare activities. So one part is 30,000. So what is the full part? So you have to multiply 30,000 by 4. So what's the answer? 3 times 4, 12, and 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. 120,000 rupees. So how many marks for that? You are getting 2 marks for finding the total and 1 mark for finding the remaining part, and finding the total amount, that's 2 marks. So we have given altogether 10 marks for the whole question. Question number 2. It's about areas. Let's do that. A rough sketch of compound in the shape of a sector is shown in the diagram. Find the length of the arc AC. So this is a quarter of a circle, and you asked to find out the arc length. So how you find out the arc length? 1/4 of 2 pi r. 2 pi is 22/7, radius is 14. So 7 times 2, and this 2 and this 2 becomes 4, get cancelled out this 4. So 22 centimeters is the arc length. So how many marks for this part? You are getting 2 marks for that. The next one, flower plants are planted in the area of the segment separated by the straight line AC. So this part, in this part, we are planning to plant flowers. What is the area of that segment? So how you find out the area? The sector area minus the area of the triangle. So what is the sector area? It's a quarter of a circle, 1/4 into pi r square. 22/7 into 14 is the sector area. Minus area of the triangle. What is the area of the triangle? This is a right angle triangle. So here, this is 14, this is also 14. So half into base is 14 and height is 14. So 2 times 7 here. This one 7 times 2. This 2 and this 2 you get cancelled with this 4. Then 11 times 14. How you multiply by 11 easily? You separate out the 2 numbers and 4 plus 1 becomes 5. 154 minus 7 times 14. 7 times 4, 28. 2 remaining. 7 times 1, 7 plus 2, 9. Now subtract. 8 and 6, 14. 1 remaining. 10 and 5, 15. So 56 square centimeters is the area of the segment. So let's see how many marks for that. So you get 2 marks for finding these 2 and then get the final answer, 1 mark. Next one, part 3, another rectangular part equal to 3 times of the area where flowers are planted. So we found that's 56. So 56 is this part. So 3 times of that. So what is the area? 3 times of 56. 168 square centimeters. AB must be one boundary of it. Draw the rough sketch of it on the given diagram showing the relevant measurements. So 168 is the area of the rectangle. But we know 14 is one side. So what is the breadth? So to find out breadth of the rectangle, you can take 168 divided by 14. 14 times 1 and 14 times 2 is 28. So 12 centimeters is the breadth. Now you can draw a sketch. So let's sketch it. So here what you can do, you can draw a rectangle here showing that this is a sketch. You don't have to draw accurately. So this is a rectangle. AB is one boundary and this height should be 12 centimeters. So you have to mark it on the diagram to get marks there. So what's the final one? You get 3 marks for that. So finding the breadth, that's 2 marks, and drawing this on the diagram, 1 mark. Then part 4, find the perimeter of the whole compound including the newly added part also. So what is the newly added part? So you get a rectangular part. This part is 12. So what is the perimeter? So 12, 12. This is 14. This is 14. What about the arc length we found? 22. Arc length is done in part 1, 22. So you can find out the perimeter. So 22 plus 12 and 12, 14, 12 and 12, 24. Then this 14 and 14, 28. When you add all together, 8 plus 2, 10, 14, 1 remaining, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 74 centimeters is the perimeter of the compound figure with this rectangle. So how many marks for that? You are getting 2 marks. This is given in centimeters or meters? This is centimeters. Yeah. But if it's an actual one, this should be in meters. It's a small area. So this one is everything given in centimeters. So you have to write in centimeters there. So this is centimeters. So you get 2 marks. So we did all parts in question number 2. And we gave 10 marks for the whole thing. Let's do question number 3. It's about share market. Mayura invested money on shares of companies A and B. The market price of a share and the dividend paid per share in each company is shown in the table given below. If 240 shares of company A is bought, find the dividend income received from A. So company A, altogether 240 shares. So what is the dividend income? $240 shares, each one is 6 rupees. So what is the total? 6 times 0, 6 times 4, 24, 2 remaining. 6 times 2, 12 plus 2, 14. 1,440 rupees. How many marks given for that part? How many marks? 2 marks for that. Then part 2, if the dividend income of company B is 720 rupees, find the amount invested in company B. So you can find number of shares from this. Number of shares for company B is the total. Here it says company B, 8 rupees per share, dividend income, 8 rupees. So if we can divide the total dividend income by 8, you can get number of shares. 8 times 9, so 90 shares are there. Then they are asking, find the amount invested in company B. So invested amount is 90 shares and the market price is 120 rupees. So you have to multiply by 120. 0, 0, 9 times 2, 18, 9 times 1, 9, plus 1, 10. So 10,800 rupees. So how many marks for that part? So you are getting, finding 90 and 10,800. So this is 2 marks and 1 mark for finding the invested amount. So 3 marks for that part. Then let's take the next one. Find the total amount invested in both companies. So, first company, company A invested, what's the amount? It's not given. So, you have to find out. 240 shares is given. So, 240 into 80. That's from company A. And company B, invested amount is 10,800. You can add those two together. So what is this value? 0, 0, 8 times 4, 32, 3 remaining. 8 times 2, 16 plus 3, 19. 19,200 and 10,800 all together. 0, 0, 10, 10, 3. 30,000 rupees is the total invested amount. So, you get 2 marks for that. Then part 4, if he has invested the total amount in company A only, by what amount the dividend income would be increased? So, the total amount we found, that's 30,000 rupees. And if he invested only in company A, you get 6 per share. So, what is the total dividend income? ₹6 per share. And what's the total? 30,000. 30,000 is the total invested amount. So dividend income 6 into number of shares. But you have to find out how many shares first. So number of shares for company A, you have to do that first. 30,000 rupees is the invested amount. Each share, the market price of each one in company A is 80 rupees. So you have to divide by 80 and find out the number of shares. 8 times 3, 24. 60. 7. 56 and 40, that's 5. 375 shares are there. So each one is 6 rupees. So you can multiply number of shares with 6, you get the dividend income. 6 times 5, 33 remaining. 6 times 7, 42 plus 3, 45. 4 remaining. 6 times 3, 18 plus 4, 22. So 2,250 is the in dividend income. But what is the increased amount? What amount the dividend income would be increased? So what is the total dividend income we found? We found using this one. This is 720 and 720 and 1,440. 1,440 and 720. 20 and 1,440. This is the dividend income earned before. 2,160. So what is the increased amount? You have to take the difference. Increased amount is 2,250 minus 2,160. 90 rupees. So if he invested the whole amount in company A, he will get 90 rupees more as the dividend income. So let's see. So you get 3 marks altogether. So let's give 1 mark to find out the shares, and then this 1 mark, and here 1 mark. Altogether 3 marks. So we have given 10 marks for the whole question. Let's take question number 4. It's about pie chart question. Angles you have to find. Number of marks obtained by grade 10 students in a test for aesthetic subjects are as follows. Find the first and the third quartiles of this group of marks and then find the interquartile range. So here these numbers are given in order. So you don't have to arrange it in order. So what you do first, when you have the data set in increased order, you can cross out the corner ones and first you can find out the median. Then you can find out the quartiles. So let's find out the median. So after you write down all the numbers, you can cross it out from corners and you can find out the median value. So when you cross it out, you get the median as 7. Then how to find out the first quartile? You take the first set before the median and then cross it out the corner ones again. So I can do like this from here. So this one. So 3 is the first quartile. Then take the second set and again cross it out. The corner ones to get the middle one. So this is the third quartile. After you get the first and the third quartile, take the difference to get the interquartile range. So interquartile range is equal to Q3 minus Q1. Q3 is 9, 9 minus 3, you get 6. So that's the interquartile range. So let's see how many marks for that one. You get 2 marks for finding the first quartile and the third quartile. And then take the difference, that's 1 mark. Let's do part B. The number of students in the above group is separated into 4 equal class intervals. So you have given first 2 intervals. Complete the column of students. So you have to count how many students in between 7 to 9. So let's see from the data set. 7 to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the other one is 2. So you can easily fill this table. This should be 6 and 10 to 12, that's 2. Then complete the column angle of the sector. How you find the angle of the sector? Altogether, how many students? 4 plus 3, 7, 6, 13, 15 students are there. To find out the angle, you can get the value, the fraction first, 6 divided by 15 as a fraction and multiply by 360. So let's do that. So this is 6 and 2 and I can take 6 out of 15 multiplied by 360. 3 times 2, 3 times 5. 5 times 7 and 2. 2 times 72. 144 for this one. Then how you find the angle for the next part? 2 over 15 into 360. 5 times. So here 15 times you can do. 15 times 2, 30. 15 times 4. So 24 times 2, 48. So that's the angle column. So let's see how many marks for those two columns. You get 1 mark for finding 6, 2. 144 and 48, you get 2 marks. So for these two parts, you get 3 marks. Then let's do the next one. So we know this is 6, 2, and we found out 144 and 48. Let's double check that one. 144 and 48. According to the completed columns, enter the magnitudes of angle in the pie chart. So we can fill this pie chart. It says this one is 96, 1 to 3. This is 96. 4 to 6, 72. And then 7 to 9, that's 144. And then 48 degrees. So that's just to write down the values there. So you get only 1 mark for writing the values. Then let's see the next part. Because of a correction of marks, angle of the sector of the class interval 4 to 6. This one. Let's fill that again. 96, 72, and we found 144 here and 48 here. And this is 6 and 2. Angle of sector of class interval 4 to 6 is changed to 120. So this is now 120. How many students are increased in that class interval? So how many was there? 72 was 3. Now the angle is 120. How you get 120 from 72? So what is the difference between the angle? Difference is 120 minus 72. 48 degrees is the difference. So we can say, if you take the first one, 96 degrees means 4 students. 96 degrees means 4 students. So what about 48? That's the extra value, increased amount. 48 means 4 divided by 96 into 48. So this is 2 times this. So 2 times 2 is 4. So extra 2 students join from another group to this one. So you can write 2 students. Increased. So how many marks for that? So you are getting 3 marks for that. So finding the extra angle and then finding how many students, that's 3 marks. So altogether we get 10 marks for the whole question. Let's do the last question. Question number 5. It's about probability. Ruini bought 5 plants of anthuriums. 3 of them are blossoming red flowers and 2 of them are blossoming white flowers. To plant them, she bought 5 flower vases also. 3 of the vases are red in color and 2 vases are black in color. So this side is color of vase and this side is color of flower. One plant is planted by selecting a plant and a vase at random. Mark the sample space of all possible outcomes of selecting a plant and a vase by cross marks on the given grid. So first you have to identify what are the colors. Color of flowers. 3 of them are blossoming red. So I'll write R1, R2, R3. 2 of them are blossoming white. W1 and I'll write this one as W2. Then what about the vase color? 3 of vases are red. R1, R2, R3. And 2 vases are black in color. B1, I'll write B2. So what are the possibilities? You can take all of these possibilities. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 5, 25 possibilities are there. So altogether 25 possibilities are there. So how many marks for marking the grid? You are getting 2 marks. Then what's the next question? Indicate the event that shows selecting the color of the flower and the color of the vase are same by encircling it in the grid and find the probability of selecting a same color plant and a vase. So we'll fill it again. 3 red ones and white ones. Here 3 red ones and 2 black ones. Now same color means flowers red with vases red. So these are the possibilities. You can't get white there because there are no white vases. So 6 possibilities are there. So when they ask to encircle, you have to circle all the values at once. So I can circle like this. So that's the part. So what is the probability? Probability of getting same color vase and flower. So 6 possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 possibilities are there out of 25. So 9 over 25 is the probability. So let's see. So 9 out of 25. So 1 mark given for this and 1 mark for encircling on the grid. Then what's the next one? There are 12 workers in a certain workplace. 8 workers out of them are trained workers and the others are untrained. Manager of the workplace selected a worker at random and appointed him to a certain work to finish within 1 week. Complete the following tree diagram to represent the probabilities of the selected worker being a trained one or untrained one. So what is the probability altogether? 8 workers are there, 12 workers. Out of 12, How many trained workers are there? 8. Then the remaining ones are untrained workers. So that's 4. So that's how you fill the probabilities. Then it says it is believed that if the selected worker is trained one, the probability of finishing the given work in 1 week is 3/4. And if the selected worker is an untrained one, the probability of finishing the work in 1 week is half. Extend the given tree diagram to represent the relevant probabilities. So you have to extend this tree diagram. If it's a trained worker, completing the task within 1 week is 3/4. So completing the task, I'll put C. 3/4. 3/4. So what is not completing the task? 1 minus 3/4. That's 1/4. Because when you add the probabilities with different branches, that should be add up to 1. So what about the other branch? If it's untrained worker, completing the work within 1 week is half. And not completing also half. So that's the extended tree diagram. And then they ask, find the probability of selected worker being able to finish the given work in 1 week time. So there are 2 possibilities. What are the 2 possibilities? Trained worker completing the task within 1 week, or untrained worker completing the task within 1 week. So there are 2 possibilities. So when you take one branch, you multiply the probabilities. So what is the first part? Trained worker completing the task within 1 week. So that's 8/12 into 3/4. Or means addition in probability. Untrained worker, that's 4/12, completing the task within 1 week is half. So what is the total probability? You can simplify first, or just will multiply. 4 times 12, 48. 3 times 8, 24, and this 4, 24 plus 4, 28. So divide by 4, that's 7 and 12. So 7/12 is the total probability. So let's see how many marks given for each part. So 1 mark given to fill these 2 probabilities, and then extending the tree diagram, you are getting 2 marks, and then finding this total probability, you are getting 3 marks. So 8 times 3, 24, and 4 times 1, 4, 24. So 28/48. Divide by 4. 4 times 7, 28. 4 times 12. So that's correct. So 7/12, that's 3 marks. So this is 3 marks given. So altogether, we have given 10 marks for the whole question. So we completed all 5 long questions in part B. So make sure you do the whole paper first and then watch my video to check your answers.
To watch these important lessons, subscribe to DP Education's YouTube channel right now. Click on the bell icon to stay updated on the latest lessons. Sri Lanka's largest free online school, DP Education.